Do it again? Come on, let's do it again. Hey guys, happy March 1st. Woo! I can't believe it's already March, but it is March, and that means it's Endometriosis Awareness Month. And if you are watching for the first time and you don't know what endometriosis is, I'm going to leave the video up here about what is endo, because child, y'all know I'm that girl living beyond my pain with endo. But I just can't believe that it's March. March is so symbolic of a lot of things for me. March is, of course, Endometriosis Awareness Month, but it's also the month that I reached my second trimester with Clay, which was amazing and scary at the same time. I just, I'm thankful to be able to say that, you know, and say that I made a full term with Clay, because this time last March, I was like, I can't talk about it. Like, I don't want to share that I'm pregnant. I just, because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if I was even going to make it through my second trimester, having issues prior to having Clay. And yeah, we made it through, which is a blessing. So that is definitely a reason to celebrate. And then also this month, Clay turned 6 months. He actually turned 6 months tomorrow. Clay is going to be 6 months tomorrow, which is crazy. I have a 6-month-old and he is moving and shaking. He has 2 teeth. He crawls now. I'm gonna show you a video. He crawls now. He babbles now. He's like da 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 da, which makes Josh very happy. He's eating, of course. He loves his food, and the doctor just gave me the okay to start feeding him a lot of more food. So we're gonna be eating egg, grits, peanut butter, and yogurt, just to make sure that, you know, he's exposed to those things and it's not messing with his allergies and things of that nature as he gets older. So that's gonna be a lot of fun, because everybody has been waiting to feed my baby, and his Nana is coming to town. She's coming into town today with Josh's sister, so he's gonna have a lot of fun eating food, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun sleeping, because I'm literally gonna pass him off and try to catch up on this insomnia, because I've had insomnia for the last couple days and it's been crazy. But speaking of yogurt, I know I talked to you guys about like trying to get my diet right and getting away from cheese. So I love yogurt, and today I am starting to try these alternative yogurts. This one is the first one I'm going to try. I'm going to try it on camera with you guys. But it is dairy and soy free, and it's black cherry. It's a Greek yogurt alternative from Daya, and Daya supposedly has really great cheeses, which I am excited about trying. But I'm just gonna be completely honest, like, I did go through a phase before where I was trying cheeses, and I randomly bought a whole bunch of cheese from Whole Foods, well, alternative cheeses from Whole Foods, spent a lot of money, and all the cheeses were nasty. So that was early on in this whole alternative cheese game. I would say it was years ago. So I'm gonna do it again, but just like finding recommendations online, and I'll share that with you guys. But I'm gonna try this yogurt on camera with you guys, so if it's nasty, you know not to get it. You don't have to waste your time. But if it's good, you know to get it, and we can enjoy it together. So consistency wise, it definitely looks like a Greek yogurt. Smells like a Greek yogurt. You know, it looks extra smooth though. I can tell it's not a Greek yogurt because it doesn't have like those chunky chunks. Wash it down with. Okay. It's not bad, but it's not great, right? Like, I think that I have that Greek yogurt taste in my mouth that I'm waiting for. And it's not the same exact Greek yogurt taste. It has like an aftertaste. It's kind of like I can't really describe it. It's chocolatey. It's like a chocolatey aftertaste. Not horrible. Not great either. I think it's one of those things that you got to get used to. I'm not going to say that this is a bad option, but to me it's not like a true slam dunk. So yeah, I love a black cherry Greek yogurt. I don't know if it's that aftertaste that's kind of throwing me off. At first, you know, taste, it's really good, but then it's the aftertaste that's like, what is that? Try it again. I can't put my finger on it. But okay, it has 15 grams of sugar, 8 grams of protein, which isn't bad. The ingredients is filtered water, black cherry fruit preparation, coconut cream, pea protein, cane sugar, creamed coconut, chicory root, vegan natural flavors, potato starch. Maybe it's a potato starch. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's that starchiness that I'm tasting. Lactic acid, sea salt, lemon juice, and a couple other things. I'll show it to you. Can you see it? Is it focusing? Trying to focus on me? Sorry. Okay, and then those are the ingredients. Okay, and then that's the... But yeah, I think it's the I think it's a potato starch that's throwing me off. But 8 grams of protein. Okay, so it's the potato starch and it's something acidy. Maybe it's the lemon juice that's like hitting the back of my throat with the potato starch. That's kind of throwing it off. Not horrible, but definitely something to get used to. It does give me like a chocolatey cake kind of taste too. So yeah, this is day one. Again, this is a Daya black cherry dairy-free soy. I have some other ones I'm gonna try out on the next vlog, or the next time I come on the vlog, I'll show that to you. But this is one. So not horrible. Will I buy it again? Maybe, if I get used to the taste. Right now I'm still kind of stuck on that original Greek yogurt taste. But also, I have my smoothie today. I'm doing strawberry, pineapple, and beets with chia seeds. I'm using Sun Warrior protein powder, which is a vegan protein powder. I'm using organic cherry juice, Greek yogurt. I forgot to put my banana in here, but I will put a banana in here and some water. All right, guys, I'm in the parking lot at work, so I'm gonna go into work and then I'll see you guys a little later. Peace. Whew. Okay, I know I look crazy. And it may be that I just feel relaxed. So I just left my doctor's appointment. I had to, well, I didn't have to, but okay, story time. When I gave birth to Clay, I had 2 infections from a C-section. So my first infection was noticed by my doctor because I was having fluid coming out of my cesarean scar. So basically, there's a lot going on. I don't even think I asked her if she told me what kind of infection I had, but I didn't know. All I knew is that I had an infection, and from that point on, I was put on another round of antibiotics, and then I had a nurse that came to my house every day and packed my C-section, and basically they pack it with like these little strips to kind of get rid of the extra fluid and stuff inside of your abdomen. And needless to say, she thought that it would go away in about like a couple of weeks or whatnot, seeing how I was on antibiotics and all of that, but it didn't. So I literally had a nurse coming to my house for 2 months. Steady packing, and for some reason it just didn't clear up, and we didn't know what was going on. So one day the nurse came, and I was telling her that I was, so one day the nurse came and I was telling her how I was having like a lot of numbness on my left side. It just felt like my arm and my leg would just go like numb. You know how like when your leg falls asleep, that like that kind of numb. So she's like, you know what, if it doesn't go away, I think that you should go and get it checked out. And it was like constant, like it would go away for a little while, but then it would come back. So I went to the ER, and this was around October time, so I had Clay in September. So around October time, and went to the ER by myself because at the time Clay was really young. Josh was back to work. My dad was at home with me, just kind of taking care of both of us. And I had to either bring Clay to the hospital, or I had to go to the hospital by myself and have my dad watch Clay. So I had decided to go to the hospital by myself, and went and got checked out. They did a swab for my C-section, and then they took me downstairs to get an MRI. So I did the MRI. Well, I went downstairs to get an MRI, and usually I will do whatever they tell me to do when I go into the doctor's office, especially at the ER. If it's something like that's really bothering me and they feel like it's a test or something that they want me to take or do, then I'll do it. But this time around, they said, okay, I want you to go downstairs and get an MRI. And I was like, okay, fine. So I go downstairs, and I'll never forget, it's this black lady, and she's like signing my paperwork, and I told her that I was breastfeeding. And she's like, yeah, just to let you know that you cannot breastfeed for, I think it was like either 24 or 48 hours once you get this dye. Which they wanted to do the dye test, where they insert this dye, and the fluid goes in your system, and they can actually see you know, a lot clearer. It's supposed to be like high def MRI. And I'm like, okay. And in my mind, like, I was pumping a lot. I probably had enough milk. I guess it was 48 hours because I had enough milk that would get Clay through the night and the morning, but it just didn't really sit right with me. So I was like, fine, read through it, cool. They had put a needle in my arm when I was upstairs, and it's like, fine. Like, at this point, like, I'm just tired of getting stuck. I'm tired of like everything going on. So when I went downstairs, she was like, okay, well, let me test it to make sure. No, I think it was a male doctor came in by that time. He's like, let me test it to make sure that it's the right needle and that it's flowing, because sometimes, you know, they don't give you the right needle. And he tested it. He's like, like, I don't think that they got the right needle. Oh, that was okay. So before I was upstairs, when they put the needle in my arm, the girl missed a vein or whatever, and, you know, blood came out, or whatever the case may be. So then another nurse had to come in and do it again. So then I got poked again. And then when I went downstairs to test it, the actual needle that they put in my arm, and he was like, it's not flowing right, so we're gonna have to do another one. And by the time he said that, between having to get my needle put in twice already upstairs, and the lady coming to me telling me about like not needing to, well, not saying, she didn't say not, but informing me that I couldn't breastfeed, I was like, no, I don't want to do it. Like, straight up, I said that. I said, no, what are my other options? Can I just get a regular MRI? And he was like, yeah, you can get a regular MRI, but it's not high definition, and you won't be able to see like as clearly everything if we did this particular one. And I'll never forget, the doctor came in, it was a male doctor, and he was just like, yeah, if you're worried about breastfeeding, you can definitely switch your baby on formula. Like, my wife and I, we do that all the time. And granted, like, Clay has been on formula since then, but not since then, but he's been on formula. We started formula around like four months. And it's interchangeable between formula and breast milk. But at the time, like, I was exclusively breastfeeding. I never had the conversation with his pediatrician about putting him on formula. I didn't even know what type of formula to put him on, or, you know, to start the conversation. So I said, okay, well, let me just jump on a call with his pediatrician, and then you know, we'll go from there. So they have me in a room, and of course, this is the ER. This is not like the doctor's office, so they don't really have like the patients. Like, either you're gonna do it or you're not. And the area in which they were doing the MRIs, there was no signal, right? So I'm here by myself. I get sick like 3 times, and telling me like I need to get this done. I'm not gonna be able to breastfeed. Like, this is like life-changing to me, because this doesn't just affect me, like, this affects Clay at this point. So I couldn't get his pediatrician on the phone because my signal wasn't working, and I really couldn't get up from the bed because I have the needle in my arm. Just all kind of craziness is going on. And I'll never forget, it was another nurse that was like, okay, well, if you can't get a signal, you can call on my phone. And I literally called the doctor's office, and I keep getting this busy line. Like, I don't know, sometimes if you call my pediatrician's place pediatrician, and the line is like consistently busy. So all these things are happening, and all the signs are pointing to, no, I'm not getting this right now. And usually, you know, if I go to the ER, I usually have somebody with me. So it's like, I didn't even have anybody to bounce off the idea of getting an MRI. So I didn't get the MRI. I literally like bust into tears. You know, because then they like literally put notes and have you sign this document that you denied treatment. And it wasn't that I didn't want to really figure out what was going on. It was just, yo, like, this is bigger than just me at this very moment. Needless to say, I left that ER appointment coming to find out that I had a staph infection. My C-section, which is crazy. And then they tell me that I need to follow up with a neurologist. So that's where I just left today. I had my neurologist appointment. And I know that it is March, and you're like, okay, Kyla, you went to the doctor way back when in October. Why are you just seeing a neurologist? Like, literally, when I called this neurologist, this was the earliest appointment she had. Crazy. And, you know, I've been fine technically. I've been operating and functioning. And the pain is not as extreme as it was, but I just wanted to kind of like still keep that appointment and follow up and talk to a doctor, which was really interesting. It was a female doctor who was a mom, and you know, we're talking about pain that you can't really see, kind of like endometriosis and fibromyalgia and things like that. So, you know, it was funny because one thing that she said was, you know, I ran on my test, like everything seems fine, but I still want to have you get an MRI because you seem very logical, and I'm not going to say that your pain is not real or what you're saying is not true, because a lot of times people do not believe that young women or women's pain is real. And I was like, that's so relieving that you actually say that to me, and I'm not just sitting here thinking that it's in my head type of deal. But just having a history of endometriosis and things like that, I was like, I just need to get it checked out. Needless to say, I went in for my MRI, and this MRI, it did not require me to do like the dye, but it did require me to sit still for 30 minutes. And I have had insomnia trying to get Clay on the sleeping schedule, so I was happy to put on those little headphones and fall asleep on that MRI table. So I feel like I just left a spa day. And now I'm here to pick up Clay, and we're gonna do this all again. All right. Just picked up Clay. Say, hey, Mom. You ready to go home? Yeah?
Trying to get in the Rumba. I hit enter, it says sign in command completed. I push F8, and of course now.
Come on. Come on, Mommy.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Alright.
Come on.
False alarm.
Come on.
I guess my function lock has to be
Come on,
locked
man.
in. I guess. Never mind. Yeah, I'm good.
Come on,
I
man.
appreciate it. Good job. That was fast.
Come on, Mommy.
Thanks, man.
Come on, Mommy. Look at you. You're such a big boy. You gonna do it again?
What's we doing?
Crawling. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Mom.
Oh my God.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. Look at you. Come on. Yeah, man. Did Mommy get it on camera? You gonna do it again? Come on, let's do it again. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Give Mommy a kiss. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Woo! Wee, fat man. Yeah. Yeah. Mommy's man.